welcome to my latest vlog. Well, I'm back out, I'm back on Merrington. It's roughly 2 weeks after I was last on. Well, it was 2 weeks, Easter Sunday when I was last on. I've been here for a few hours, but I've only been in the swim about an hour, something like that. I've had to wait. It was quite a lot on. I think there was 9 coming off and 9 coming on. Me and Keith was at the back of the queue, so basically we ended up with the last 2 swims, which is Keith's ended up with peg 1, she's directly facing me. I'm in peg 15. What I'll do, I will show you the swim shortly. I've got a little bit of open water. I've got 2 little dot islands to play with, and I've got a bit of a bay and a margin down the side here for have a look at. I've slung 2 rods out, two little wafters with 2 little bags of pellet on, and that's it for now. See how it goes. Just catch up on what happened with the last vlog. Basically, it's my own fault. I recorded something that I shouldn't have recorded, and basically I needed to just take the video down, re-edit it and take that off. Basically it's to keep the peace with the fishery management, you know, because it is a nice place. I do like coming down here. So, but that's all sorted. I had a chat with him this morning when I come on, so everything's fine. There's no hard feelings or anything from both parts. It's just one of them things, so we'll leave it at that. You live and learn. But like I say, only been here a short while fishing, not too long. But some good news, there's been quite a few fish over the last few days coming out. Biggest being, I'm sure it was around the £42 mark. If you have a look on the Merrington Facebook page, you'll see it there. A young chap called Shane, I think he's done 3 or 4 nights, something like that. I'm not too sure. I think he maybe got on Thursday or Friday. He's due off tomorrow. He's fishing the top end up there, and he's had 6 or 7 fish. Biggest up to £42. If I'm right on the weight, I think it's £42 an ounce, something like that. Which when I spoke to him this morning, he was over the moon with it. Couple of the middle pegs, they've also done fish in the high 20s as well, which is good. Like me and Keith, we've got 2 days on here now. We're going to have a look at, keep watching. I'm not saying nothing short or anything, just basically of what I think may be a little ambush point, you know, and stuck a bag in each area. What I'll do now, I'll skip off now. I'll give you a little pan of where I'm fishing, and then as we go on through the vlog, we'll have a look at the swim, etc. Maybe not bore you with rigs and stuff like that, but or maybe. But it's one of them. So it's fingers crossed. It's early, right at the beginning of the session. Let's see if we can pull some out of the bag. But I do know the peg Keith was in. He's gone in now. The lad of the fish, he had one out of there, one of the smaller ones, and his mate who was in peg 2 next door, he also had a fish this morning. So in that general area there has been carp caught. The chap that was in here, I don't think he had anything. He moved over the other side of the lake this morning before we could pick our swims. But like I say, quite a few fish have been out, so with a bit of luck, maybe my turn, maybe not. Let's just see how it goes. I will keep you all posted. So thanks for tuning in again, and I'll catch you shortly. So here we are, looking out from my swim. Like as you can see, I've got the little dot island just here. Sorry for the out of focus. Just right, and I've got a rod just fishing just off it with a little bag there, little ambush point. And my next rod I have put, see the just off the gap here, about a rod length and a half off the island, because there is some undergrowing roots coming out. So for now I've got them there. I've got up to about here to play with, and also as you can see just down here, this bay, nice reed lined, which I am going to have a little walk down shortly and drop a few handfuls of pellets and corn and some little bit of chop barley in down one of the margins, and maybe set a trap there as well, and move one of these other rods over it. Might set a trap there later on this evening around 7 o'clock, ready for maybe through the night if they're going to come in into the banks close in, or maybe it's little patrol routes, you know. Let's just see, it's just options are open, and it's worth trying a few things. So for now I'm going to buzz off, have a little bite to eat, and we'll play it by ear. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll be back on shortly. Well, been fishing about 3 hours, nothing's happened. Just had the first show down here, which is the rod that I've got just to the right of that dot island. A carp just shown basically right on the island in the reeds, straight out at water boom. Only look like a mid double, but it's activity in the area, so I'm just going to hang fire, leave that rod in situ for a bit, you know. Basically I'll put a bit of bait out tonight if nothing happens. It's going to just be basically the S7 boiler crushed up with the house pellet, 6mm pellet, and a tin of corn. That'll do. It's not going to stay there forever. The pellets will just break down, and if the carp don't wipe out the bit of barley crumb and chopped barley and little 12mm, I'm sure the roach in here will do. It is quite warm at the minute, you know, but the chap who had the 40 up in the top corner, he's just had another one. As I was watching and Keith was watching up, he can get a better view from the swim from his. They kept the fish in the water. Usually it's a sign, if it's a sign that it's over the £30 mark, because the fishery management want you to keep anything that you think's over £30 in the net till they get there, and they'll help you with the unhooking, fish care, photographs, weighing, etc. Which it's a good thing, you know. It's ideal for people that's new to it. Through the day there's always someone on hand to give you the hand with a fish if you're struggling, you know. Obviously these big fish waters really they're not designed for the newcomer to angling, you know. Why jump in and try chase a 40 when you can go and catch 10-pounders and easier to handle and help you learn your trade basically. But it's a day ticket and it happens, doesn't it? But I'm sure everyone who's fishing on here with a bit of experience and that, if you come across anyone that's not too sure and a bit unaware, they will give an helping hand. I know I will myself. But that's where I'm up to for now. So I'm going to knock 2 nice new rigs up, 2 little wafter rigs ready up for tonight. I think I'm just going to go with the S7 food bait wafters, leave the eye visuals and see how they produce. I know I was trying hybrids and everything, all different ones last time, but we'll see how it goes. It's like I say, it's coming up for like tea time-ish now, so I'm going to not make these rigs and have a brew and take it from there. So thanks for tuning in, and see you all soon. Well, thought I'd just do this little bit of an update. I've got the rods ready for the night. I've had my tea and that, you know. I've seen a fish show not far from where I put the bait, which is a good sign. Keith also heard a good fish show on my side of this big island as well. Also, I've got a bait in that area and a rig in that area. It's getting on for around 7:30 at night now. The chap up in the corner, he's had another one. So it looks like a lot of the fish have been coming from up there. The only fish that I know of that's been caught to date while I've been here. But I do know a few other the pegs early this morning and yesterday as well has done fish. But it is what it is. These were the last 2 pegs we've got, you know, so we've just got to play with it. It's the way it is on these busy day tickets, but you live and hope, you know. Hopefully something comes across and stays, you know. It's a good sign that a fish or two have shown in the general area. What I will do tomorrow, when I get some better light, because the sun's going down now, it's getting a bit nippy, as you can see with the hoodie and that. I was in pants rolled up and everything earlier. You can see bloody suntan on this bank, so it was lovely and warm. But it's the time of year. Hot days, cool nights, the way it is. What I'll do tomorrow, I will have a look at this poltergeist tackle stuff that I got sent by Chris, who's associated with poltergeist tackle. See what I think about it. You know, this will be the first time I've had a proper look at it since it's been sent. I had a quick nose at it and whatnot, you know, and give you my honest opinion on it and what I think of it, to be honest. There's only a few items, you know, but yeah, the hooks that I showed last week, the bank tackle hooks, I'm giving them a good go on this session. I ordered the wide gate ones, but in barbless for fishing on here, which they are very sharp as well, straight out the packet, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, let's see how they go. Let's see, get a hook up, see what the hook holes are like, you know, see how it goes. So what I'll do, leave it there for now, and I'll go and chase my new friend off as well. There's a chicken that keeps coming up pecking at the back of my river. Thought it was a rat or something, you know, or there's a great big chicken. I'll try and get it on video as well. See a big fat thing. Be nice in a ridge monkey that with some roast potatoes, I tell you. Right, well, enough of me waffling on, and hopefully something through the night, or I'll see you in the morning. Cheerio. Well, morning. It's now 6:30. It was very quiet down here last night. There's been a few shows in front of next door swim, just off the island, and further up, maybe a pod of fish might be moving down. You don't know. It's the chap that's had the nice hit of fish, peg 8. He's off today. I've inquired about moving into there, but people had already jumped on it before me, so people's going into there. So I'm going to have a look at where they're moving from and see how that is. A bit of a frosty start this morning. I don't know if you can see there, still frost on the bag. The little home's starting to thaw out now. It's still early, still got over 24 hours. It does look like there's a bit of activity about. It could be the small stuff, mopping up the bits of crumb and stuff, you know. Well, here's what it is. Still enjoying myself. Not heard nothing from Keith through the night, so I think Keith's in the same position as myself. Nice brew in my little pink cup. I bloody forgot, man. I don't know how, usually never do, but it's just the way it is. Oh well. Let's watch this morning unfold now. Could happen any time, couldn't it? Been doing a lot of daytime bites. Seems like when talking to the chap up there who's had the 40 and the high 20s and the really nice scaly ones, what you want to do is jump on their Facebook page and have a look at the catches he's had over the last few days. Some stunning fish. But, yeah, let's just sit tight. Keep a full watch out in this area. Want to have a good nosy down the margin, down these margins. See if you can see any activity in that, and walk down with the rod and just lower it with a little bag on. But it is what it is. Oh well, thanks for tuning in this morning. Sorry that there's not being no action, but that's just the way it goes, isn't it? I'll get back on shortly. Well, I'll tell you something. Leon Bartrop hasn't got a patch on me. Biscuit of the week. God, bog to that. Look at that. Toast of the day. Fruit loaf, toasted. Some good old Lurpak. And a nice coffee in a gear cup. And if you don't already use it, this Cravendale milk lasts a lot longer than normal fresh milk. Gives a really creamy taste to your coffee, so if you're a coffee drinker, get on it. Now I'm getting that down my neck for my supper. Nom nom. Right, so it's fairly quiet and there's nothing much happening. Baking hot again. Peg 13 was the only one that became available. A few people have fished it over the last few days with no avail. With me seeing a little bit of activity in this area what I'm in, and with the wind going to be completely switching round and blowing down here, in the next few hours, which it's starting to do now, is I've decided to hang fire here, because late last night, next door, he landed a mid-20, so which is a good sign. But what Keith's done, he's moved out of peg 1 and he's moved into peg 13, sorry. So I know nothing's been thinking, but that centre body at Lake could be a good shout, because the one face, the peg facing over the other side, peg 4 facing peg 13, that's done fish. So that's that. So what I'll do now is we'll have a look at this poltergeist tackle that Chris sent in to me, who's associated with poltergeist tackle. I'm not sponsored by him in any way, shape or form. It's just that he sent me some stuff for me to have a look at and see what I think. So what I thought I'd do, I'd throw it on here. There's nothing much really to be showing. There's he sent me a couple of packs of hooks, curves and chod hooks. Also sent me some D-rig kickers and lead clips in trans brown. So what I'll do, I'll get a few things out and we'll have a look at them. Right, so we'll have a look first at these lead clips. Box standard packaging, keeps the cost down. I would say by looking at the website, the price difference from top name brands etc. is far cheaper. But I'll give you my honest opinion on the stuff. If I can get these tail rubbers out, I would say the tail rubbers come with the leg clips, not like most brands where you've got to buy the tail rubbers bloody separate, you know. So let's have a look. So basically, your tail rubber, it's got 2 recesses on the inside on each rubber. So basically that's for that bit of tension, bit of grip when you're putting it on. As you can see there, if you can just see that, there's a little knobble there. So basically slide that on, just push it over that first knobble there like that. I said that's, for me, that's good. Pushing it over that knobble like that, you know, it's got enough grip for the cast. Obviously lead clips are designed for discharging the lead and quick change of lead size etc. So that's it all together. Would I use it? Yeah, I would. I would say, because I use the Fox ones at the moment, but this, I'd say a size 8 a size 8 quick change swivel will work well in there. I have had some cheaper versions of leg clips before, and it's basically you just push them on slightly and you're trying to pull them and they just don't come off. So basically it's just a waste of use. You just be as well use a fixed lead in that situation. But with these, like I say, that a shake at the head, that would just pop off, pushing it over that first recess. So for the leg clips, yeah, I would use them. Plus the rubber seems supple enough to be used, and the plastic on the leg clip itself feels very sturdy. One thing I would point out on these ones, by the looks of it, there's no pegging points to fix it in place. What I will have to do, I'll have to get a swivel, put it in, maybe you just squash it down slightly so it goes in, so it has got a touch of purchase, you know, or even complete, and you can have it running. But yeah, price wise you can't go wrong with it. So here we'll do two in one here. We've got the D-rig kickers in brown, which is, there we go. Ooh. I can't get that to focus on them, but you get the gist of what they are. They're like a rubbery plastic to create your D-rig safe by whipping it by yourself. What I've done, I've actually put one onto one of the curved shank hooks that have been sent, so I will have a look. So that for the curved shank, this is a size 8. Let's say it's a curved shank hook, that's all I can say. Basically, you know, let's have a little, yeah, well sharp enough. Give it a little squeeze. That's not bending, so strong, sharp enough. Yeah. Would I use them? I would. In the bigger size 6s and 4s are my main size hook. Maybe that's why I'm not catching as much. You know, but yeah, it is what it is. So, and the kicker itself, let's have a look how it goes on. Basically, you just put your hook point straight through there, bring this round, push the kicker on. For me myself, I do like them. If I was a D-rig user, would I use it? Yeah, I would. You know, but I've had all the some before, even from some leading brands, where the plastic what they're using on them, it's just been like a really stiff plastic, which I did not like. You know, with these, this is, especially where the hook goes in on this point and in here on the kicker is there, as you can see there, it's got a nice angle to it as well, you know. So yeah, they're a thumbs up from me. Yeah, if I was an average user of the D-rig, I'd have no qualms in using them. Obviously I can't comment on, like, as in using other brands, other companies' D-rig kickers, because it's something that I just don't use. But by the looks of it, it'll do a job. I mean, obviously attaching your bait screw or your swivel, you know. Yeah, decent. And the chod hooks, which is just another hook. These are only in a size 8. Obviously these are in a barbed. I'm not using them on. I wouldn't use them on this session because it's a barbless rule on here. Which at the moment on here I'm using another company's, which I've purchased myself. So let's have a look. So there's the gape of it, the shape. Yeah. Try and do it so you can see that. And for a size 8, it's got a decent size eye on it, which is slightly outturned, you know. Basically that's the idea of the stiff rig hooks, chod hooks. Let's have a look. Fairly sharp, yeah. Could sharpen them up extra, you know. The point on them is not exactly very long, but it's sharp. It will penetrate. It would get old. Do like the shape of the hook, yeah, especially on the bend, yeah, I do like it. Slightly flattens off, then curves again, you know, into the bend. Would I use them? I would, yeah. And like I say again, in a bigger size. So, well, there we go. A few items from Poltergeist Tackle, and once again, thanks Chris for sending them in. For me, a nice little look at. Also, what Chris sent in as well, from what they do at Poltergeist Tackle, just for a few quid, which I didn't have any myself, was wrapping sticks, like marker cord. She's bang on. Basically attach it to your wrap sticks. It's actually a 12-foot cord, and it's got toggles on what you can move up and down for your like your 12.5 wrap, your 12 3/4, etc. You know what I mean? Which it's a decent little bit of thing. So obviously, so I would use it. So basically, I would use all the items that's been sent me. I'd come to some use down the lines for me. You know, it's like that. So basically, yeah, it's alright gear, and a budget price. Right, enough waffling now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to jump off now and have a bloody good look down these margins, because there's nothing happening whatsoever anywhere on the lake. And thought I'd just little update. Like I said, today, baking hot. Started seeing shows now in these set of islands, what's directly to my right. So I've placed a trap in situ. If they come out of that channel in between them islands, they're going to come over me. So with a bit of luck, fingers crossed, I might be in with a chance. Like I say, Keith's moved from peg 1 round into peg 13 next door but 1 to me. So it is what it is. They seem a little bit more active tonight than they was last night, up and down the lake showing and that, so with a bit of luck it might happen. But like I was having a chat with Shane, the chap, he had 10 bites out of peg 8, a QMI long for getting there this morning apparently. So he was saying to me he woke up and there was rods at the back of his bivvy already, you know. Well, it's the way it is on day tickets, isn't it? I think the chap that actually has got in the swim straight after he vacated it, he's not had nothing. Where Shane's bites was coming mornings, afternoons, daylight hours, even in the hot temperatures as well, which is the way it is, isn't it? You know, he kept him there, he fed him little and often, kept pulling the bites in, bit of good angling there, and capped it off with that 42 pounder, which if you go over onto the Merrington Facebook page you will be able to see it. I'll stick a link in the description so you can have a look. So Shane, nice to meet you, and well done on your captures, mate. Some belters there. So well, that's all I can give for now. I'll probably update in the morning before I go. Sorry it's turned out to just be me rabbiting on about this, that, the other, as normal, but it's the way it goes. Whether a catch or whether a blank, it's real fishing. I don't just do these videos if I'm catching or anything. As you know, I still will upload blanks because it's part of fishing. It's something you learn from. I'm just cooking a bit of supper here. It's something you learn from over time, you know, I'll keep coming back. Obviously there'll be other venues to go to, you know, but for me, I do like it on here. It is very peggy. Most busy day ticket waters are. Seems fish coming from 2 or 3 pegs and that's it, you know. But it's the way it goes. It's all about, basically, you're talking on here bait and weight, and if you're not on them, you've got to wait for them to come on you. It's so busy, you can't really be chasing them around here because there's nowhere to chase them to. For me now, if I wanted to move, the only place I could move to is peg 1, what Keith just came out of, which I think peg 2 is cutting the fish off from travelling down there. The lines coming across there, and the same with peg 14 to me. He's got lines going across right the islands where they come from the main body of water to come in here. Obviously the odd fish has been getting in here because there has been the odd show and that, you know, but the bulk of the shows have been coming from the top end. So what I'll do, I'll leave it there for now, and I'll give you a little update in the morning, whether it be yes, it's happened for one of us, or it's a pack up and go home and try again. But thanks all for tuning in, and I'll catch you all later. Well, morning. I've been up now hours. It was still pitch black when I got up. Basically, the fish on Merlin there was going crazy all night. Bosh behind me. They've been showing up on the main body as well there, so Keith's sitting tight there. He's had a good few shows where he's actually fishing, so hopefully he can pull one out of the bag there before we go. We've only got about 2 hours fishing left. Nothing's happened down here. Didn't hear anything down here last night. It was all mainly past the second set of islands, which is just peg 14's water. They were showing there in front of the island. So it's just one of them. Just sat hoping, praying that something does come over me. So maybe it's going to be a wrap from me, unless something happens. I'm still hopeful. I'll keep going to the last minute. I don't know when I'm back out again next. I'm going to look at availability on here and availability at Willows. If not, there's something in between. We may have to see what the availability is like on the Merlin Lake behind us. It's got fish up to the £30 bracket in there. You know, obviously it's not in the theme of of the day ticket 40 that we so much desire, but it'll still get us out on the bank. And also there is the fact of can't keep taking this time off with work. It's like now we've lost 2 days pay for this 2-day session, coming on a Sunday, Monday, going home on a Tuesday, back in work tomorrow. But it is what it is. So thanks all for tuning in, and sorry that this has just turned out to just be me rabbiting on as per, you know. But like I say, if a blank, if a catch, a catch. The vlogs will continue. It's real, it's not made up. I don't do what a lot of people do. See, they start filming and that, and they get like more or less coming up to the end of the session, and they decide, I'm not releasing this, there's no fish in it whatsoever, etc. But no, not for me. I like to keep it real, as the saying goes. It's all about the journey for me. All about my fishing. Not trying to please any sponsors or any bait companies whatsoever. It's all about what I want to do. So for now, It's a goodbye from me, but with the fingers crossed that I'm coming back. Or Keith's coming back on, you never know. Right, catch us all later, and thanks all for tuning in, and thank you for the support.